Good night. My name is Angela Valera. I continue the readable professional English use chapter 5 to 13. I continue the 1 9. Good. 9. Hospital. Introduction to hospital. Jordan Pong is a 4-year medical student from Barcelona. He had come to Britain on an elective establishment. To the Royal Infirmary in the branch, Dr. Barry introducing him to the hospital. Dr. Barry. The Royal Infirmary is the name of the university hospital for in the world. University. It's a general hospital dealing with a type of patient illnesses, except pediatrics. We have especially hospitals for that and other problems in the world. The hospital for sick children. You can see some of the department in your hospital on the scene. Of course, there are many others, for example, the intensive care unit and the surgical heat dependency unit. Jordi, what does your patient means? Dr. Barrow, your patient are the people who can to hospital to attend a clinic or to have test or treatment and then return home on the same day. Inpatients stay in the hospital for 1 or more days. The rooms with a stay are called wards. If a patient treatment requires only 1 day, such as simple operation, they can be admitted to the day surgery unit. Welcome to the Royal Infirmary. South entrance. Call ports. CWD. Visitor y staff. The Simpson Center. For reproductive health. Gynecology emergency. Maternity emergency. Neonatology emergency. Outpatient departments. Awards. Day surgery unit and endoscopy. SY Department, Combined Assessment, Outpatients, Dr. Barron, the Accident and Emergency Department, AYE, also called switch, is work patients who are acutely ill with sudden serious condition common for assessment and treatment. All patient who has appointment to see a specialty doctor. I clinic one of the outpatient department or PDS. They have usually been referred to the hospital with the LGP, who will refer later to the consultant explaining the patient problems. Inpatient. Dr. Barr, the inpatient in a hospital admitted in one of 3 main ways. They may be seen in one of the outpatient clinic admitted from their own. Either is a lot of them for the treatment they need. And in the case of a hip replacement, they are put with a leave for admission. Alternatively, their GP may aid the admission with telephone because they are quickly ill, for example, with supportive myocardial infarction, or they are seeing the IYE department with the doctor on duty working at that time. Arrange the admission. This won't happen in the case of a patient with a fracture knee or femur, for example. Larger hospital may have a assignment unit where patient can be admitted temporarily while the condition is assessed. Jordan, assess Dr. Barrett, yes. The decision are made about the condition and what needs to be done to help them. Other treatments complete the patient in this job back to the GPS care. Mm, one moment. Yes. Hospitales. Un hospital. A un hospital. Introducción a un hospital. Jordi Font es un estudiante de cuarto curso de medicina de Barcelona. Ha venido a Gran Bretaña en un archivo adjunto lectivo a Royal Infirmary de Edimburgo. El doctor Barron lo está presentando al hospital. Doctor Barron de Royal Infirmary es el nombre del hospital universitario de Edimburgo, Universidad. Es un hospital general que atiende a todo tipo de pacientes y enfermedades, excepto pediatría. Tenemos un hospital especializado para eso en otra parte de Edimburgo. El Hospital de Niños Enfermos puede ver algunos de los departamentos de nuestro hospital en la señal. Por supuesto, hay muchos otros, por ejemplo, el intensivo, unidad de cuidados y el quirúrgico, unidad de alta dependencia. Entradas, bien. Jordi, ¿qué significa ambulatorio? Doctor Barro, los pacientes ambulatorios son las personas que vienen al hospital para asistir a una clínica o para someterse a prueba o tratamiento y luego regresan a casa el mismo día. Los pacientes internados permanecen en el hospital durante uno o más días. Las habitaciones donde se hospedan se llaman salas. Si el tratamiento de un paciente requiere solo un día, como una operación simple, puede ser ingresada en la unidad de cirugía de día. Bienvenido a la enfermería real. Entrada azul. Aparcamientos C y D, visitantes y personal. The Saison Center. Para la salud reproductiva, ginecología, emergencia, maternidad, emergencia, neonatología, urgencias, departamento ambulatorio, toda la sala, unidad de cirugía de día y endoscopía, más servicios de rayo X, evaluación combinada. Pacientes ambulatorios. Doctor Barra, el departamento de accidentes y emergencia, también llamado casualty, es donde los pacientes que están gravemente enfermos con una afección repentina y grave acuden para la evaluación y tratamiento. Los pacientes ambulatorios que tienen una cita para ver a un especialista van a una clínica o uno de los departamentos de pacientes externos. Por lo general han sido remitidos al hospital por un médico de cabecera quien escribe una carta de referencia al consultor explicando el problema del paciente. El problema del paciente. Bueno, pacientes hospitalizados. Doctor Barro. Los pacientes internados en un hospital son admitidos de una de tres formas principales. Puede ser atendido en una de las consultas externas y ser admitido desde allí, o si hay una demanda de tratamiento que necesitan, como en el caso de una prótesis de cadera, se le pone en la lista de espera para su ingreso. Alternativamente, su médico de cabecera puede organizar la admisión por teléfono porque están gravemente enfermos, por ejemplo, con sospecha de infarto de miocardio, o se les atiende en el departamento de AIE, donde el médico de turno trabajando en ese momento organiza la admisión. Esto ocurrirá en el caso de un paciente con fractura de cuello de fémur, por ejemplo. Los hospitales más grandes pueden tener una unidad de evaluación donde los pacientes pueden ser admitidos temporalmente mientras se evalúa su condición. Jordi, evaluado. Doctor Barros, sí, se toman decisiones sobre su condición y lo que se debe hacer para ayudarlos. Una vez que se complete el tratamiento, el paciente es dado de alta de nuevo al cuidado del médico de cabecera. The exercise, yes. Complete the table with all forms A, B, and C opposite. Put a string mark in front of the street syllable in each form. The first one has been done for you. Bear unknown. Admits admission. Assessment. Discharge. Operation. Referral. Treatment. Make a word combination using a word from S box. Look at the opposite to hear you. Acutely ill. Assessment unit. On duty. Preferred leader. And waiting list. We hospital department would, would be most appropriate for the following patient. Look at A, B, C, and B and C opposite to her you. A woman in diabetic coma assessment unit. A patient who just has a radical protection. He high dependency unit. A patient who is to have a skin lesion removed. Day surgery unit. A man with a foreign body in his eye. Gynecology. A woman with training abortion. Accident and emergency. Complete the extra for information later for patient. Look at A, B, and C opposite to Holly. Excuse me. Yes. Complete the extra for information later for patient. Look at A, B, C, and opposite to Holly. Information for all patient. When you are at the hospital, please the reception who will. Welcome you, shield the tours and there you the waiting area. The length of your visit with the parent of the dreamer. You may need to have Sundays. So that's right, we call men going to another department. You may be referred to other professionals, such as physiotherapy or dietitian. You may need to revisit the clinic. It is at the clinic want to see you again, another appointment. We will arrange for you. If you need to be admitted to hospital for more treatment, either as inpatient or full-day surgery, you will be told with this likely to happen if you no need further treatment. You will be discharged to your GPS code. I'm sorry, the foreign device is contrary. I mean, we are foreign body is I accident and emergency. And the five is a woman without treating abortions, gynecology. Sorry. And 10. Primary care. The National Health Service. The National Health Service LES is responsible for health care for everyone in the UK. Although as a small number choose to pay for private care. Treatment is free, but there is a prescription charge for the appliances such as cervical colon, with exception for some patients such as children and the elderly. Primary care is provided by general practitioner or GPS. Sometimes can have family doctors, nurse, dentist, pharmacy, obstetricians. GPS working practice of 1 to 20. Practice are based in surgery and look after the health of from 1,000 to 15,000 people in the local community. They also provide health education in areas such as smoking and death. From clinic give vaccinations, for example, for influenza, may perform menial soldiers, such as removal of wall and molars. If a patient needs especially care, the GP will make a refer the patient to accounts in secondary care. Patients are normally sent on appointment basis. Home visits are made when patient housebound, unable to leave their home or due to attend soldier of or of hours. Treatment from CPM to AM is provided with the local primary care trust. We organize chief or GPS and local GPS to cover in some is assets. No, the non-soldier has remained. The boarding while GPS work, the practice has moved to a new surgery on the high street. A time when GPS see patient, morning soldier is from 8:30 to 12:30. The ward of soldiers, the patient is urgent soldier on a bus appendix. The practice team. A typical GP practice employee receptionist, they are responsible for initial patient contacts, making appointment, taking receipt for repeat prescription, taking massage from patient and other healthcare provider, and fulfilling and scanning documents into patient records. The practice manager has responsibility for finance and sometimes for IT. Supervise research on staff, hire locals, and help with plot the practice development plans. Practice root asthma, diabetes, and cardiovascular disease screening. I was one-to-one kidney for thoughts with to give of smoking. In addition to practice the GPS work with a number of health professionals, CUNA. District nurses visit temporarily housebound patients, such as recently discharged hospital patients, to check reasons such as also reasons. Help visitors visit families to carry out check-outs on young children, particularly under 5, to make sure they are healthy. Special attention is paid to families' needs such as to living in poverty. They also do baby immunization. Mi wife's chronic clinic for antenatal patient, physiotherapists, provide hands-on treatment that also these patients exercise they can do to improve their condition after an accident or operation. A GPS day, Dr. Stewart worked in a practice in a small medical town with three other family doctors. The surgery is in the center of the 2 hours is short between practice. This is a typical working morning which she is not the duty doctor, responsible for emergencies and all your problems. AM, AM. All right. arrived at the soldier. She the OOS is my freedom. She from a now oye message. 8:30 a.m. She smiled from the hill board and partner prepared for soldier. The 8:30 10:50 a.m. morning soldier 10-minute appointment. See, prepared water bought last week. To bought 48 hours ahead. 4 bookable on the day. 10:50 and the 10:55 a.m. Check with reception pharmacies. Zero prescriptions and deal with repeat prescriptions. 11 and 11:12 a.m. Coffee break in the conference room with college. 11:20 and 11:30 a.m. Check home visit record and the bio busy with home with 11:30 a.m. and the 1 p.m. home visits. Atención primera. El Servicio Nacional de Salud es responsable de la atención médica para todo el Reino Unido. Aunque un pequeño número opta por pagar la atención privada, el tratamiento es gratuito, pero hay un cargo por prescripción de medicamentos y aparatos como un collarín cervical con excepciones para algunos pacientes como niños y ancianos. La atención primaria está a cargo de médicos generales o médicos de cabecera, a veces conocidos como médicos de familia, enfermeras, dentistas, farmacéuticos y ópticos. Los médicos de cabecera trabajan en prácticas de 1 a 20. Las prácticas se basan en una cirugía y cuidan la salud de 1,000 a 15,000 personas en su comunidad local. También brindan educación sobre la salud en áreas como el tabaquismo y la dieta. Administran química, administran vacunas, por ejemplo, contra la influenza y pueden realizar cirugías menores, como la eliminación de verrugas y lunares. Si un paciente necesita atención especializada, el médico de la cabecera hará una derivación, derivará al paciente a un consultor en atención secundaria. Los pacientes normalmente se ven con cita previa. Las visitas domiciliarias se realizarán cuando los pacientes estén confirmados en sus casas. No pueden salir de sus hogares o están demasiado enfermos para asistir a la cirugía. El tratamiento fuera del horario de atención de 6 p.m. a 8 a.m. lo proporciona el Primary Care local, que organiza turnos de médico general y médico suplente para cubrir si alguien está ausente. Nota, el sustantivo cirugía tiene 3 significados. El edificio donde trabajan los médicos de cabecera, la práctica se ha trasladado a una nueva consulta en High Street. Un momento en que los médicos de cabecera ven a los pacientes la cirugía matutina de 8:30 a 2:30. El trabajo de los cirujanos, el paciente necesita una cirugía urgente en un apéndice reventado. El equipo de práctica. Una práctica típica de médico de cabecera emplea recepcionistas, son responsables del contacto inicial con el paciente, concertar citas, recibir solicitudes de recetas repetidas, recibir mensajes del paciente y otros proveedores de atención médica y archivar y escanear documentos en los registros de pacientes. El gerente de la práctica tiene la responsabilidad de las finanzas, a veces de supervisar al personal de recepción. Contrata suplente y ayuda a preparar el plan de desarrollo de la práctica. Los enfermeros practicantes dirigen clínicas de asma, diabetes y enfermedades cardiovasculares, así como clínicas individuales para aquellos que desean dejar de fumar. Además del personal de la práctica, los médicos de cabecera trabajan con una serie de profesionales de la salud. Consulta en la unidad 8. Bien, las enfermeras del distrito visitan a los pacientes regularmente confinados en el hogar, como los recién dados de alta del hospital, pacientes para cambiar apósito como apósito para úlcera. Los visitadores de salud visitan a las familias para realizar chequeo a los niños pequeños, especialmente a los menores de 5 años, para asegurarse de que estén sanos. Se presta especial atención a las familias necesitadas, como los que viven en la pobreza, también vacunan a los bebés. Las parteras administran clínicas para pacientes prenatales. Los fisioterapeutas brindan tratamiento práctico, pero también les enseñan a los pacientes ejercicios que pueden hacer para mejorar su condición después de un accidente o operación. Día del médico de cabecera. El doctor Stuart trabaja en un consultorio en un pequeño pueblo comercial con otros 3 médicos de familia. La consulta se encuentra en el centro del pueblo y es compartida por 3 consultorios. Esta es una típica mañana de trabajo en la que ella no es el médico de guardia, responsable de emergencia y problemas urgentes. A las 8 a.m. llega a consulta a comprobar la copia impresa del correo electrónico de la OCH. A las 8:30 verifica los mensajes urgentes y no urgentes. Verifica los correos electrónicos de la Junta de Salud y los socios para prepararse para la cirugía. De 8:30 a 10:50, una cirugía matutina, cita de 10 minutos. A las 6, pre-reservado la semana pasada. A las 12, reservado con 48 horas de atención, de antelación, y 4 reservables en el día. De 10:50 a 10:55, teatro con recepción de mensajes. De 11 a 11:20, firmar las recetas y ocuparse de las pausas para el café con recetas. De 11:20 a 11:30, repetir en la sala de conferencia con los colegas, verificar la solicitud de visitas domiciliarias y dividir las visitas. Y de 11:30 a 1, visitas domiciliarias. The exercise 10, the unit 10. Complete the sentence. Look at A opposite to help you. Children over 16 S and people with some chronic disease do not have to pay prescription charges in the UK. Patients with mobility problem may be unable to go out their husband. There are various GP appointments, 10 minutes allowance is on who take the place of a state member who is on leave, called outsider working, or is now out of all hours trimmer. Make word combination using a word phrase from a book. One word can be used twice. Look at A and B opposite to hear you. Change resume. Make appointment. Call from Memo Sawyer. Refer a patient. Run a clinic. Supervise staff. Take message. We members of practice team will be responsible for each of the following. You will be opposite to help you. Running a clinic for pregnant woman, midwife. Teaching a patient who does training he walk and left. Physiotherapy. Leading the GP asking out that patient can come to her appointment reception. Running a clinic for people who want to lose weight, practice nurse. Visiting a patient who has been returning home after any operation, district nurse. Carry out children or children upon no way, health visitor. Organizing cover for assistant to doctor, practice manager. Complete the for the doctor Stuart afternoon. Look at AC opposite to you. The 1 at 2 p.m. what estimating overtime the lunch. 4 afternoon sojourn. 2:20 minute appointments. 4 at the 4:20 p.m. coffee break. For the 20 at 5 p.m. she will recession. For messages that we home. 4. Visit and repeat prescription requests. 5-6 p.m. paperwork referrals. To secondary care midday telephone call to patient. Private medical examination. 6 p.m. phone switch to OOS service. Continue the unit 11. Medical education 1. Medical education in the UK. Medical education in the UK covers in the graduate education full of 5 years at medical school. The section and university responsible for medical education. A 12 years foundation progress with properties training for new doctors after graduation through a zero placement in different specialties. See Unit 12. The postgraduate training with doctor take to become a GPS or consultant, senior specialist. Often the library through college for different specialties. For example, the Royal College of Physicians. Continue professional development in the front of called a seminar with doctor on the stage throughout the working life to keep you today. Extra frank undergraduate professor. The MBHB Bachelor of Medicine or Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery is a 5-year undergraduate medical degree course. Most of your learning takes place in a small group. The main components are course, just 1 to 3, an interview program of clinical and scientific topics, mainly present through problem-based learning, PBL, where you work with others on a series of case problems. Student salary models. Student salary modeling, SSNS, allow you to choose for a minimum subject such as sport medicine or even studying a language, a preparation for an overseas elective, and hospital attachment of your own choice between years 4 and 5. Vocational study and clinical skill. This conference prepares you from the clinical skill. We give for cons with patients for years 1 of you course through period practice training where you are attachment to a hospital department or general practice. Clinical attachment. Yes, 4 and 5, a 0-4-week clinical attachment in medicine, social, psychological psychology, yeah, medicine, child health, obstetrics, and gynecology and general practice. And a student with you, Ellen, a medical student. The school health course. I am just finish my first years of medicine. What I like about the course is that is that you're involved with patients from the very beginning, even in our first years. We spend time in hospital, much of the calling PBL. We have to we have Mhm. We have two work sessions. I will work with work in group or it to then solving clinical problems. We decide together who to tackle the problems. Look, do an only source. May know and discuss the case together. It's a agreement of learning and giving taking out the other student. In the past, medical student has lectures with the water class taking another from letters from 9, 9.00 to 5.00. But now is mainly group work. Um, Although we do have some little lectures and seminars on where we work in a small group. We are tourer, tourer. I like out of it even the decision. We get to go at cada cadables from the second month on the course. Exercise 11. Masters activity to the stage of medical education in the UK given in a post opposite. Deciding cadables, undergraduate, keeping a lot of surgical procedure also and performance. Postgraduate, working for 4 months in accidents and emergencies to experience this especially for foundation programs. Taking a 4-week attachment in ultras and gynecology undergraduate. Take an only course of resume development in cardiovascular disease. Continue professional development. Complete the sentence. Look at B and C opposite to hear you. Just, just before their final years, students have the chance to take a elective in a hospital or day shows anywhere in the world. Problem-based learning control we approach with edge, soldier and staff separately. This is the lectures are often interactive with regular opportunity for the student to ask questions. In clinical assessments, attachment, students learn how to treat and manage a patient. Students' silent model can be adopted from outside the medicine, such as foreign language. The section of cadavers is an important part of the anatomy component. The medical school at the university in the world is one of the others in the UK. She is a consultant at the Royal was the leading pediatric health specialist in the country. The Royal College of Surgeons and divorced they from the 1,550. We have a seminar we work with this cat, topping a small way we all legislators. Much is of that activity to one of the components on the undergraduate calls the screen via opposite. Julia spent 6 weeks working in a small hospital in the Himalayas. Overseas led a group of students discussed together the possible reason for abdominal pain after man in an office 44-year-old male, problem-based learning. A small group of students traced the pulmonary artery in a cardboard dissection. Others spent a month working in the pediatric wards of the local hospital clinic attachment. Analysts who take blood from elderly patients, clinical skills. You may choose to study travel medicine in his 4 years, student sala module. Uni, um, Uni 12. Sorry, I know translate the Uni 11. Yes. Sorry, and translate the Uni 11. Educación médica. Educación médica en el Reino Unido. La educación médica en el Reino Unido cubre educación de pregrado, 4 o 5 años en la escuela de medicina. La sesión de la universidad responsable de educación médica, un programa básico de 2 años, que brinda capacitación a los nuevos médicos después de graduarse a través de una serie de prácticas en diferentes especialidades. Capacitación de posgrado que los médicos toman para convertirse en médicos de cabecera o consultores, especialistas superiores a menudo impartido a través de colegios para diferentes especialidades. Por ejemplo, el Royal College of Physicians. Desarrollo profesional continuo en forma de cursos y seminarios que los médicos realizan a lo largo de su vida laboral para mantenerse actualizados. Estrato de un propuesto de pregrado. El Centro de Medicina, licenciatura en cirugía. Es un curso de pregrado, MBCHB, grado médico de 5 años. La mayor parte de su aprendizaje tiene lugar en grupos pequeños. Los componentes principales, básicos, año 1 al 3, son un programa integrado de temas clínicos y científicos, presentados principalmente a través del aprendizaje basado en año 1 de su PBL, donde trabaja con otros en una serie de cursos de casos, problemas. Módulos seleccionados por el estudiante. Los módulos seleccionados por el estudiante permiten un menú de materia como medicina deportiva o una serie de adjuntos clínicos. Incluso estudian el idioma con preparación para una materia optativa en el extranjero, un vínculo hospitalario de su elección entre los 4 y 5 años. Estudios vocacionales de habilidades clínicas. Este componente lo prepara para las habilidades clínicas probables requeridos para el contacto con pacientes desde casos a través de periodos de práctica, formación en la que está adscrito a un departamento de hospital o práctica general. Usted puede elegir adjuntos clínicos años 4 y 5. Una serie de adjuntos clínicos de 4 semanas en medicina, de cirugía, medicina psicológica, salud infantil, obstetricia y ginecología y práctica general. Visita del estudiante. Ellen, una estudiante de medicina, describe su curso. Estoy terminando mi primer año de medicina. Lo que me gusta de este curso es que te involucra con los pacientes desde el principio. Incluso en nuestro primer año pasamos tiempo en el hospital. Gran parte del curso en PBL. Tenemos 2 sesiones de 2 horas a la semana donde trabajamos en grupos de 8 a 10 resolviendo problemas clínicos. Decidimos juntos cómo abordar el problema. Buscamos libros y fuentes en línea, tomamos notas y discutimos el caso juntos. Es una gran manera de aprender y conocer a los otros estudiantes. En el pasado, los estudiantes de medicina tenían conferencias con toda la clase tomando notas de los profesores de 9 a 5. Pero ahora es principalmente trabajo en grupo. Aunque tenemos algunas conferencias y seminarios donde trabajamos en pequeños grupos con un tutor, me gusta todo, incluso la disección. Llegamos a descuartizar cadáveres a partir del segundo mes de curso. Actual. De medical education. The foundation programs. The foundation programs. The foundation program is a two years training program. We found the bridge between university level study and medical school, and especially general practice training is consisting of a serial placement. It's leading for months we allow the junior doctor can now training to simple different specialties. For example, pediatrics. A year one training corresponds to pre-registration, house officer, post and used to training to senior house officer post. As training has educational supervising who ensures that more senior doctor deliver training in different ways, including clinical and education supervision. To progress training, have to demonstrate and grasp clinical competence. We all assist through observation in their workplace. People on medical education, tutor, an academy or in some case a postgraduate student will lays at tutorials, demonstrator in anatomy teachings, some who demonstrate who do disease. Demonstrators are often postgraduate students pay their way through medical school. Lecture, senior lecture, an academy with teaching and resource responsibility who contribute to the teaching of particular discipline. Professors, a senior academy with teaching and research responsibility for a particular discipline, usually leading figure in their discipline. College tutor, a consultant responsible for delivering a college training programs. Clinical training, a consult assigned to a trainee who provide the training during period of their clinical care. Educational supervision, a consultant who supervise a training period of training. Medical qualifications, BNCS, BNSC, BNED, say, Bachelor of Medical Science, a degree often taken after 3 years of medical study by a student who may wish to follow a career in medical research. Medical research. MBCSP, MBBS, BNBS, BCS, BMBS, Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery. Bachelor degrees are undergraduate degrees. This is the first degree for UK doctors. NDDM, Doctor of Medicine. DRCCOG, Diploma of the Royal College of Obstetrics and Gynecology. NRCP, NRCS, members of the Royal College of Physicians, of member of the Royal College of Surgeons. Doctor become member be successfully completing the assessment procedure in the college. FLCS, FLCS, ED, FLCS class, FLCSI, Fellow of the Royal College of Surgeons in England. Other college are indicate with the letter we follow. For example, in the one. Glasgow of Ireland, who doctor became a fellow depending on the college. For the FRCS, further examination must be paid. For other colleges, is the nomination of one assignment. Educación médica 2. Un programa de la fundación. El programa básico es un programa de capacitación de 2 años que constituye el puente entre los estudios a nivel universitario en la Facultad de Medicina y la capacitación especializada de práctica general. Consiste en una serie de prácticas, cada una de 4 meses de duración, que permiten al médico junior, conocido como trainee, probar diferentes especialidades, por ejemplo, pediatría. Un aprendiz del año 1 corresponde a los puestos de oficial de la casa de preregistro, y un aprendiz del año 2 pertenece a los puestos de oficial de la casa senior. Cada alumno tiene un supervisor educativo que se asegura de que los médicos más experimentados brinden capacitación de diferentes maneras, incluida la supervisión clínica y educativa para progresar. Los alumnos deben demostrar una serie de competencias clínicas que se evalúan a través de la observación en su lugar de trabajo. Personas sin educación médica, tutor, un académico o en algunos casos un estudiante de posgrado que dirige las tutorías. Demostrador en la enseñanza de la anatomía, alguien que demuestra cómo diseccionar. Los manifestantes suelen ser estudiantes de posgrado que pagan sus estudios en la Facultad de Medicina. Profesor o profesor titular, un académico con responsabilidad docente y de investigación que contribuye a la enseñanza de una determinada disciplina. Profesor, un académico senior con responsabilidades docentes y de investigaciones para una disciplina en particular, suele ser una figura destacada en su disciplina. Profesor universitario, un consultor responsable de impartir una formación universitaria de programa. Entrenador clínico. Un consultor asignado a un aprendiz que brinda capacitación durante periodos de atención clínica directa. Supervisor educativo, un consultor que supervisa el periodo de formación de un aprendiz. Calificaciones médicas. Licenciado en ciencias médicas, un título que a menudo tienen los estudiantes que desean seguir en una carrera en investigación médica después de 3 años de estudios médicos. Licenciado en medicina, licenciado en cirugía, los títulos de licenciatura son títulos de grado de BM, BCH y BM, BC. Ese es el primer título para médicos de Reino Unido. Doctor en medicina, diploma de Royal College o obstetricia y ginecología, miembro del Real Colegio de Médicos, Real Colegio de Médicos, o miembro real del Colegio de Cirujanos. Los médicos se convierten en miembros por éxito, con éxito por completar los procedimientos de evaluación en su colegio. Miembro de Royal del Real Colegio y cirugía en Inglaterra, algo así, en Inglaterra. Otras universidades en England. Otras universidades se indican con las letras que siguen, por ejemplo, Edimburgo, Glasgow o Irlanda. La forma en que los médicos se convierten en becarios depende de su universidad para el FRCS. Se deben aprobar exámenes adicionales para otros colegios. Es por nominación o evaluación de trabajo. The SSI-12. Complete the phrase. We bird from the boss. Two phrases can be completed in two different ways. Look at A and B opposite to help you. Access, deliver, the mainstream, probate, superways, take. The mainstream competence of who to do something. Supervise a training being trained. She's a fully complete her training. Deliver a course or training program as a teacher. Take a course or training program as a student. Assess progress or competence. Match the two parts of the sentence. Look at A, B, and C opposite to help you. And F, Y, one is a doctor. F, who provide training during period of their clinical care. A demonstrating is an anatomy teacher. Who teach this session. 3. A clinical training is a consultant in the 3 years of the foundation program. A supervisor is a consultant. In the first years of the foundation programs. 6. A placement is part of a university responsible for medical education. And 7. A college is a body of specialists responsible for delivering and assessing training in their special. And A fellow in a specialty. A period spent training in a hospital or general practice. Read in for the qualification of the doctor, so you look at the opposite to help you. Mr. A.H. John Husband, MBCSPL FLCSI. Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery, Fellow of the Royal College of Surgeons of England, Fellow of the Royal College. Yes. Doctor C.W. BNEDS, DNLCP, Bachelor of Medical Science, Doctor of Medicine, member of the Royal College of Surgeons, NSI English, MBBS, FLCS, Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery, Fellow of the Royal of the, yes, College of Surgeons, Dr. Meriwether, BN, ND, FLCP, Bachelor of Medicine, Doctor of Medicine, Fellow of the Royal College of Physicians. Tuesday. 13. The overseas doctor. Day of registration to many and 3 patients in the UK. A doctor must register with the General Medical Council, GMC. There are several types of registration. Provisional registration is for doctors who have qualified from medical school in the UK or from CERN. Sorry, European Economic Area, EEA, member state. Full registration is for doctors who have completed a year's clinical training. Limited registration for international medical graduates who have not completed the equivalent of a year's clinical training in the UK. Especially registration is for doctors who have completed special medical training and have a certificate of completion of training. The GP register is a register of those eligible to work in general practice and NHS. Notes. For full details of the General Medical Council, see www.gnc-uk.org. Plat. Before they can order for registration, some categories of oversized doctors are required to take the Professional Linguist Assessment Board, PLAT test. PLAT is designed the insured thoughts who pass and can practice safely at the level as SHO in a field appointment in a UK hospital. Part 1 consists of a rhythm test of kinology, skill and attitudes. Part 2 in an objective starting clinical examination. OSCE is consist of system 5-minute clinical scenarios. Kinawa station to ask professional skills. No, for all for the creation of PLAT, see http://www point GNS dash UK point ORG slash doctor slash play slash PlayStation and device UOSCES access these skills. Clinical examination, your ability to carry out a physical examination of similar patient. Another training to play the role we will assess. Uncomfortable intimate examination will be carried out using a mannequin and an anatomical model. Practical skill. You will be assist of practical skills such as sorting and giving intravenous injections. Communication skill. Your ability to interact with a similar patient, or in some cases, the examiner will assess. A skill that may include reading back new giving advice on life still. History taking. Your ability to take an accurate history and make a reasonable diagnosis without access. I am on the station from SEC.04 candidate. Read the instruction. Inside each station carefully. You have 1 minute 40. Giving me a self-evacuation, leave 20 teacher in the short film. Don't forget the ABC, every reading, circulation, protocol in every emergency station. Should the patient understand what is happening, they ask them about any concerns they may have. Don't just give a lecture. Listen carefully to what the author says. Notes. Shows. And little, we must be disposed of safely and special content called adjustment. What's key of registration means this doctor thing. Look at opposite to you. A newly qualified Spanish doctor. Provisional registration. A newly qualified Nigerian doctor. Limited registration. Sorry. Oh my God. And the translator 13. El médico extranjero. Tipos de registro. Para gestionar y tratar pacientes en el Reino Unido, todos los médicos deben registrarse en el Consejo Médico General. Hay varios tipos de registro. La inscripción provisional es para médicos que acaban de graduarse de la Escuela de Medicina en el Reino Unido o de ciertos estados miembros del Espacio Económico Europeo. La inscripción completa es para médicos que han completado su año de capacitación clínica. El registro limitado es para graduados médicos internacionales que no hayan completado el equivalente a un año de capacitación clínica en el Reino Unido. El registro limitado es para graduados médicos internacionales que no hayan completado el equivalente a un año de capacitación clínica en el Reino Unido. El registro de especialistas es para médicos que han completado la formación médica especializada y tener un certificado de finalización de la formación. El registro GP, el registro GP es un registro de todos los elegibles para trabajar en la práctica general en el NHS. Para obtener detalles, complete el Consejo Médico General, consulte www.gme-uk.org. Bien. Ok. El play. Antes de que puedan obtener el registro completo, Se requiere alguna categoría de médico extranjero para tomar la prueba de la Junta de Evaluación Lingüística y Profesional. Está diseñado para garantizar que los que aprueban puedan practicar de manera segura a nivel de un CO en una primera cita en un hospital del Reino Unido. La parte 1 consiste en una prueba escrita de conocimiento, habilidad y actitud. La parte 2 es un objetivo examen clínico estructurado. Consta de 16 escenarios clínicos de 5 minutos, conocidos como estaciones para evaluar las competencias profesionales. Para obtener una descripción completa de PLAT, consulte www.gmc.org/doctor/plat/. Las estaciones FLA y los OC de asociamiento evalúan estas habilidades. Exploración clínica. Se evaluará su capacidad para realizar una exploración física de un paciente simulado. Un actor entrenado para desempeñar este papel, los exámenes incómodos e íntimos, se realizan utilizando un maniquí, un modelo anatómico. Habilidades prácticas. Se le evaluarán habilidades prácticas como suturar y dar inyecciones intravenosas. Habilidades de comunicación, su capacidad para interactuar con un paciente simulado, en algunos casos el examinador será evaluado. Las habilidades evaluadas pueden incluir dar malas noticias y dar consejos sobre estilo de vida. Elaboración de la historia clínica, se evalúa su capacidad para elaborar una historia precisa y realizar un diagnóstico razonable. Consejos sobre las estaciones de un candidato exitoso. Lea atentamente las instrucciones fuera de cada estación, tiene un minuto para esto. Tenga en cuenta las preocupaciones de seguridad como tirar los objetos punzocortantes en el contenedor de objetos no pulsantes. Pulsantes. Los objetos punzocortantes en el contenedor de objetos punzantes. No olvide el protocolo ABC, vías áreas de respiración y circulación en cada estación de emergencia. Verifique que el paciente comprenda lo que está sucediendo. Luego pregunte acerca de cualquier inquietud que pueda tener. No se limite a dar una conferencia, escuche atentamente lo que dice el actor. Nota, los objetos pulso cortantes son agujas y cuchillas que deben desecharse de forma segura en un contenedor especial llamado contenedor de objetos punzantes. Now, the exercise 13. What kind of register may the doctor obtain? Look at opposite to hear you. I newly qualified Spanish doctor. Provisional registration. I newly qualified Nigerian doctor. Limited registration. A doctor who has successfully completed field foundation years for registration. And CSO who has successfully completed foundation program and gained a certificate of completion training of the civil special register for special registration. With the abbreviation in Word. Look at A, B, and C opposite to help you. Any doctor who want to work in the UK must register with the GNC, General Medical Council. Council. Some overseas doctors must pass the test before they can register. Professional Linguist Assessment Board. Part 2 of the test consists of a OSCE, objective structure clinical examination. In any emergency, remember the ABC protocol. Always reading circulation. Before you can obtain a special registration, you must have a CCT, certificate of completion of training. Complete the task, look at A, B, and C opposite to help you. My name is Musa and I come from Yemen. I came to the UK about 2 years ago. After graduate, because Yemen is outside the EEA. I could only obtain limited registration. With the GNC at first, it was very difficult for me to obtain a place of foundation program. Although, although I speak good English, I had to take the I had to take the advice to other candidate. It will be that a consulate station. You show simple memories. As your face, it's vital to really think about what you're saying to the author and give the international wise. After completing my year's clinical training, I was able to obtain full registration, but I found it difficult to get a SSO post in my chosen specialty. Pediatric hospital now have a demonstrate there is a celery candidate from the EEA was once even complete my second foundation years. I should obtain a CCT. We will allow me to process to a specialized registration. The GNC are important step of the route to becoming a pediatric consultant. Thank you for your attention. Good night.